Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you are watching my video, in today's video, I'm going to tell you about your new book. First of all, congratulations for your new class and all the best for your new session. Right? So, your book is Enchanté, level 2, right? So, Méthode de français. And your syllabus for April is chapter 0 and 1. And today we are going to start chapter 0. As you are already knowing through my first video how to get your book from your e-content from goweb.rachanasagar.com. So I hope you all are having your e-content with you, right? So your chapter 0. So we are going to start today chapter 0. In chapter 0 we are having Découvrons la France. Découvrons la France means let's discover France. Fine. And in this chapter we are going to talk about the famous things of France. What are the things for France is famous, right? So first we are going to start with the map of France, right? It's in the shape of hexagon. That is why we also call France hexagon as well, right? The second name of France is hexagon. In this you can see a river here and some mountain ranges and some different cities here, which are the famous cities of France, right? So here you can see the famous cities of France are Paris, that we have already discussed in class 6 as well, Nantes, Lyon, Bordeaux, Toulouse, etc. Right? Here Nice, Marseille as well. So there are so many big cities of France. They are like Paris, Marseille and Lyon. So the first topic is the famous cities of France. So you can get a question. What are the famous cities of France? And then you can say Paris, Lyon, Cannes and Nice as well. So Cannes, you must be knowing about Cannes city. The biggest film festival, the Festival of Cannes. And there where so many biggest celebrities go there for award functions. Right? Aishwarya Rai was the first actress from India to visit Cannes. Right? And there they have mentioned some mountain ranges of France. Suppose you are having Alps. Alps you have already done in your SST as well. So then Pyrenees, and then there are some Jura, Vosges. They are the famous mountain ranges in France. Right? Then they have shown you a river here. You can see the river. This river is called Seine. Sorry. This Seine river is famous because it divides Paris in two parts. Right? So La Seine is the main river of France passing through Paris, and it divides Paris in two parts. Right? Then we are coming to the monuments. What are the famous monuments of France? In these monuments you can find La Tour Eiffel. Tour Eiffel is the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower is the tallest structure of France that we have already done in previous class as well. Then l'Arc de Triomphe, the Arc of Victory, Arc of Triumph, you can say. Then as in India you find India Gate, same we have l'Arc de Triomphe in France. Then we have the Musée d'Orsay. Musée d'Orsay is one of the famous museum there. It's a national museum and it is situated on a railway station. Then we have the Musée du Louvre. Musée du Louvre is one of the famous museums in France. It's a historical museum, and in this museum you can find Mona Lisa. Why it is famous? That famous because the famous painting Mona Lisa is kept in the Louvre Museum. Right? So you can find museums, monuments, structures, buildings which are famous in France, and we call them the monuments there. Right? Then we come to the perfumes. France is famous for its smell, its perfumes. So we have one of the famous perfume, that is Chanel. Coco Chanel is a brand and it's the costliest brand in France, and you can find perfumes from France, from Chanel. Right? Then we have Jean Patou. Jean Patou is also a famous perfume in France, and you can find Hugo and Dior. They are also sort of perfumes there. Now come to the wines. Right? So France is famous for producing different types of wines like red wine, white wine, pink wine, sparkling wine, and these wines are named after the different regions where they produce these wines. Right? Suppose the wine Bordeaux. Bordeaux is named after a city of France. Bordeaux is also a famous city in France, and this wine is produced in Bordeaux. That is why it is also called Bordeaux. Getting me? Then Beaujolais. Beaujolais is also famous. Then Bourgogne and Champagne, which we call in English champagne. It's a sparkling wine, and it is produced in the region of Champagne. That is why it is called champagne or champagne. Right? Are you getting my point? Okay then. Now come to the le fromage. Le fromage means the cheese. Different cheese in France. There are more than 1,000 types of cheese in France we can find, and they celebrate cheese there. They just not eat it, they just celebrate it. They can eat cheese at any point of the day. Rather, they can simply eat alone cheese. They treat it as a dessert, and they treat it as a food. So they celebrate cheese. That is why we can find more than 1,000 types of cheese there. Suppose le Brie, le Roquefort, le Camembert, le Gruyere. There are so many types of cheese, and you can explore there. Just try to go to France if you get a chance, and don't forget to eat cheese there. So that's all for today. Today we have done so many things about France, cities. So I'm giving you a recap. Different cities of France which are famous. Then the mountain ranges. Then the Seine River, which divide Paris into parts. Then we discussed monuments, famous monuments of France. Then perfumes. Then different wines of France. Then different cheese which we can find more than in 1,000 types in France. So that's all for today. One page is left for this chapter, which we will discuss in the next video. And until that, you need to go through this chapter from page number 6 to 7 at your place. And if you have any query, just message me in your broadcast group if you want to know something else, and if you're not getting anything. So I hope you are getting enough from my video, and thank you for all. And that's all for today. See you in the next video. Bye. Au revoir.